can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another Victory Monday. My name is Neil Rule, that guy over there, Sean Belesian. We got KG, Young Justin in the building, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get in there, and as KG would say, get your shit off, all right? It is another Victory Monday, Mr. Sean Belesian, on the heels of the pregame show yesterday. And look, these games, there's so much to unpack because there's a lot to talk about. There's the usual Gibbs and Montgomery are great, and there's that. But Sean, you notice here's my takeaway, and you tell me if I'm warm, cold, idiot, right on, whatever. These Lions games seem to take on a formula, and every game seems to be the same, especially in these road games, Sean. There's a buzzword for it now, and it's something I've been on for a very, very long time. They call it the middle eight. The last four of the second quarter, the first four of the third quarter. The Lions, in all these scenarios, dominate the end of the second quarter. Dominate it. And they turn the game. Every single time. Lions are up by, what were they up? 8 at halftime, right? Mm-hmm. It was 14-6.
Yeah.
And they got 4 possessions to their 3 coming up. They can't lose. They can't lose, Sean. Like I put the tweets out there, if they stop them here before the half, it's over. And to me, Sean, like, look, we can talk about the cast of characters, and we're gonna. But it starts right there for me. Simple math, as a good friend of mine told me. They have the lead, they get 4 possessions to the 3, and that's it.
Do you know, we did not talk about this before the show started. Like, honestly, I didn't know that he was going in this direction. And I'm a big fan, Neil. Let's just talk. Let's have a conversation, right? We're all sports fans, so I'm glad that we didn't. My sentiment is almost the exact same as yours. When that game got into the third quarter, I felt guilty. I did. I felt guilty as a fan of the National Football League. You know why? I knew that shit was over. I knew, like, if I wanted to, I got in late Saturday night. Like, I was like, I could legitimately take a nap right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could take a nap right now. The Indianapolis Colts were not winning that game. They knew it better than we knew it.
Yeah.
They were not going to win that game. Hey, you know what? It was cute. It was tight for a little bit there in the first quarter. But much like we talked about yesterday on the pregame show, Neil, this was a situation where heading into the game, I kind of had that same vibe that I did about the Cardinal game. You know what? We're going to hang. We're going to hang tight. And it's not going to be one of those runaway wins or anything. And, there are some things that Richardson can do to make life miserable. Spenny, KG, you guys know the routine. The running quarterback gives us trouble. So,
right.
we could play that whole old bit. But at no point in time in that game did I sit back and go, ooh. Like, there was, I just didn't.
No.
So, to be honest with you, guys, I found myself feeling guilty. It's because I'm that guy. It is the National Football League, guys. It's not supposed to be
Any
that
given
easy.
Sunday, we know.
Any given Sunday.
We know.
We could stub our toe here. We could stub. That was a masterclass on how to just win a football game. That was my takeaway. And it's Neil used the term boring. I'm never going to call winning boring.
Yeah.
But it was that type of game, wasn't it, KG?
Yeah, absolutely. You never felt like the Lions were going to lose it. And whenever the Colts did something positive, they shot themselves in the foot. They reminded me a lot of an SOL era Lions team.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time they got some momentum going, it was a holding flag. It was, illegal hands to the face. It was just always something, and they can never really get it on track. But I mean, the type of QB they faced, it gives you a little more confidence knowing that they can't compete with a running quarterback. The only thing I would stress is that the Lions have not faced a running quarterback that can throw as good as they can run. So, and we will see that in a few weeks with Josh Allen, but the Lions, it was another day at the office, man. They did what they were supposed to do. They cut them off in the second half. The defense played absolutely amazing, and we're starting to see this more and more now that the defense can actually go win you games. So the offense doesn't have to, be, stars and unicorns every single week. They went out there, they played a pretty solid game on offense, but what the defense did, especially considering all the bodies that they were missing and that ended up getting hurt, man, this defense is, I can't say enough about it, like the job AG is doing.
Well, that's why I'm turning my head right now to Spenny. And oh, look, there's Aaron Glenn right there. Spenny, you've been on this for a long time, and I agree with you. Honestly, I still sit here today and say to myself and say to you, people aren't talking enough about AG. Even with all the love and all the flowers that are coming his way, I still don't think we're paying this man the proper homage and respect that he deserves.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best coordinator in the NFL. You look at what he's doing. If you're down your best player in Aiden Hutchinson, you're down your captain in Alex Anzalone, both starting cornerbacks down at some point in this game, and not to mention the depth pieces like Derek Barnes and Kaminsky and Davenport and all these injuries that he's dealt with, and you still have a top 5 defense in the NFL. You still have 3 straight games now, 3 straight halves in the second half where no touchdowns are allowed. 10 straight quarters this defense is gone without allowing a touchdown scored. It's insane for someone to keep up this pace after consistently losing talent. It's literally, I know that's the mentality and that's the cliches. Oh, next man up. Someone goes down, it's next man up. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year the Detroit Lions would have a top 5 defense without Aiden Hutchinson playing 3/4 of the season, I would tell you you're a lunatic.
In the National Football League, where I need to remind everybody, this is something that people slowly got. They are promoting offense. They want offense. They want pretty touchdowns. They want pretty quarterbacks. All the things that Chris Spielman talked about 30 years ago, we're living it right now, okay? They want offense. Period. End of story. And one of the things that we brought up, you just touched on it, one of the things that we brought up on the pregame show, and make sure you tap in on Thursday. We are going to be here. I can't wait for it. 10 to noon. What better way to start your coverage of the Thanksgiving tradition and a pummeling of the Bears? And I want a pummeling. I want a pummeling of the Bears. One of the things that we brought up yesterday on the show, and I'm sincere when I say this, you guys, what's happening right now defies logic and reason and all the things that we've seen. How can you keep doing with this with all the injuries that have mounted up?
That means they're well coached.
It's not supposed to happen, right? It is not. It's not supposed to. At what point in time do all these injuries, and we had some more yesterday that we'll get into, at what point in time do these injuries catch up to you? At what point in time does it hurt this football team? We haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it yet. In fact, we've seen a team flourish on both sides of the ball. You want an offensive explosion? Well, we've seen the offensive explosions. Do you want the defense to do everything that Spenny just said? You're seeing it. We're watching it in real time. So again, all these things that we grew up believing in, okay, this is the National Football League. Any given Sunday, you know they're going to lose sometime. You always lose a game. Hell, just a few weeks ago, I brought up the Kansas City Chiefs from last year.
Yeah.
Back-to-back Super Bowl champions. They fall flat on their face against a crappy Bronco team. They really fall flat on their face against Aiden O'Connell and the Vegas Raiders. That's what's supposed to happen in the National Football League. It's not happening to this team. Injuries are supposed to catch up to you. I guess we're still waiting, right?
Yeah. I guess it's just a testament to their coaching. And I know there's other well-coached teams in the NFL, but just what the Lions are doing, it makes no sense. And maybe this, rears its head in the playoffs, because that's normally when you start to see, okay, they're missing their player, and now you can actually see it because offenses are attacking that. But At this point, I mean, I got to say, I think they have everything that they need. And it's not just the coaching. I mean, you got players stepping up, too. You got Rodrigo. You got Jack Campbell stepping up in places that, a lot of people didn't know if they were ready for, but they're doing it. Josh Pascal, he's having a hell of a year, man. The turnaround he's made has been amazing. Getting a Zadarius Smith has only benefited this team, and it's helped DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil on the inside. So, I mean, until we see it, I know we got to be humble and be like, every week can be the week. But until somebody comes and does it, it is what it is, man. Come humble me.
And hearing you say that, you know what? It comes back to Brad Holmes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because how many times in the past, and I brought this up yesterday on the show, so many of us are apt to talk about the glory days, whether it be the 91 season, whether it be that unbelievable team in 95 that went on a heater, going back to 2014 and all that defense, man, we were so good. I don't want to hear about the glory days anymore because we're living the glory days, and these glory days are better than the glory days of gone by. And oh, by the way, there's more to come, and this team has proven that. But to your point, KG, this is where we, again, have to circle back to Brad Holmes. How many times in those years of Lions past did we have a solid starter here and a solid starter there? And maybe you stacked a few solid starters.
Yeah.
But God forbid you had a injury,
right.
Singular. God forbid you had
season.
a injury and you knew there wasn't anything underneath. What he's done with this roster, what he's done with this personnel, I'll say the same thing to you, Spenny, that I said about your guy, AG. Not enough is being said about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking like okay players. We're talking about studs. And unfortunately for this team, dropping left and right. Okay? And let's hope everything's okay with Khalif. Obviously, we know what the
hope
score
it's
is
not
there.
Liz Frank.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Here it comes. The cliche of cliches. Next man up.
Yeah.
And it's reality. We're living it right now, Spenny.
It's truly what it is. And like you said, this guy, Brad Holmes, has sculpted the best roster in the NFL. And majority of that has been through the draft. Obviously, you have big free agent acquisitions like David Montgomery, Anzalone, DJ Reader. You made some good trades to bring in guys like Carlton Davis. But it is just absolutely insane the way he has completely reshaped this roster in only a short time. Like, remember, 3 years ago, this was the worst roster in the NFL. And now it's the best roster in the NFL. Yeah. It's just insane what having a competent GM looks like.
And Neil, this shouldn't be happening. Like legitimately, this should, what we're seeing right now, what we're witnessing, it defies everything we grew up believing about the National Football League. It shouldn't be happening right now, yet it is, and I love every second of it.
No, and again, like we've done this show 100 times because they've won games 100 times. And it always comes back to this, Sean. It is effing wild when you draft guys that are, good in play.
What a concept.
And have numbers in the box score. Dare I say, get a second contract. That's obscene. And that's what the unknown was to us as fans, because we never seen that. We do the show all the time. I go back through the last 20 years of second-round picks. 20 years, Sean.
It's bad. Until the last 5 years, it's been bad.
Like, Brian Branch is better than all of them.
Yeah.
20 years worth, Brian Branch, better than all of them. Like, it's very simple when you reconstruct it, Sean. This whole thing is very simple. And I know that a lot of times as Lions fans, it was funny because, Sean, during the first series, I always like to open up. There's a small part of me that enjoys, like, when teams get a couple of first downs on the Lions, because I like to go to the X, and I like to see who's doing it.
Right.
And there are. And they're like, oh, this team's so undisciplined, and I don't know why this defense is so bad. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I love it.
The usual suspects too.
Oh,
like
100%.
I have 5 names, and I'm not going to repeat them.
I bet 2 of them are the same.
They take my joy away if I reveal them. They'll probably try to police themselves. No. I want that joy.
I do too.
I do. So I'm not going to say their names, but I love hearing. Oh, here we go. You can only do it so long. this is the beginning of the end. They've been living on borrowed time. It's just like, what the
That's
are you watching, man?
I know. I do too. I love it. I love it almost as much as when they say at the pregame show, hey, we brought in Sabbath coffee.
Yeah, that's the best way to start your morning is with Sabbath coffee because you can have fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door. Just subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order. SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Wake up, start your day right, and enjoy game day the correct way with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. Just shop.woodwardsports.com. Whole new line. Black Friday starts now, everybody. Use the code WSN10. Get you 10% off anything and everything in the shop.woodwardsports.com shop. Whole new line is dropped. The Civilian 16 line is out as well. You can still boo them kids. If you haven't yet, you certainly can. I was home with the kids on Saturday. My wife went up north. I was booing them kids by about lunch, as a matter of fact. Doesn't matter if they're my kids. Yep. I'm still going to boo them. Shop.woodwardsports.com, everybody. Get in.
That's a good job. That's 10. That's 9 in a row. How many of you guys have won 9 in a row in here in the NFL? Raise your hand. Yeah, it's saying something. It's rare. All right, we're in rare air right now. I want to highlight just a couple of guys here. All right, the first one, man, defense, 8 total tackles. 7 of those were solos. Rodrigo, you played your ass off. Come up here.
Appreciate you guys. Let's keep it rolling, and love all y'all.
Good, good. 4 punts, 192 yards, 48-yard average, all inside the 20. Jack Fox.
Love you guys.
When you played on another team, right, or you've coached on another team, it's just always special to come back and get the dub, man. It means a lot. We're fortunate to have this guy. He's a huge asset. Assistant head coach, running back coach, Scotty Montgomery. Favorite team of all time, man. Love you guys. Love you guys. We were 2-6 in 2022. We had just beaten Green Bay at home. We had not won a road game in 2 years. AG, Ben, right? We were 0-11-1. 0-11-1 on the road, 21, half of 22, and then we went to Chicago and got it. We got our first dub, and since then we're 16-5 on the road, man. And every one of you are a part of that. Every one of you are a part of that. That's big, man. 16-5 on the road, all right? So we're road warriors. We're also damn good at home. Good win, man. That's number 10. All right, let's go. 10, that's 10, baby. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
There it is, everybody. Victory Monday. Dan Campbell in the locker room. Neil Rule, Sean Belizean in for DMAC. KG, Young Justin in the building. Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe. A lot of new eyes on the network as the Lions continue to win. So jump in there. If you're there, click the like button. That'd be dope if you could do that for us. But we're doing it. And we're doing it better than anybody in this town. That is a fact. Do me a favor. A lot of people wouldn't tell you this. Do me a favor. Listen to the flagship for 10 minutes, and then listen to us.
Stark difference.
That's all I'll tell you. That's all I'll tell you to do. I want you to do it. In this business, they would say, why would you ever say that? No, I want you to do it.
No, hang up right now and go listen tonight. No.
And then tap back in 10 minutes. For real. Just go ahead and do it, everybody. No, but the reason is because of all of you out there. Almost 73,000 of you subscribing on YouTube, so thank you for that. And there it was. Now, wait a minute.
I love it. I was waiting for it. I swear. I could hear it in my head. Now, wait a minute. I love Neil's now, wait a minute.
What? Wait a minute. I think that I was lied to by somebody. Was that Malcolm Rodriguez getting a game ball?
You damn right it was. Rodrigo. He had a hell of a game.
I was told that he's just a mid-special team player, 6th-round pick. I was told that by people at this network that I'm not going to name that are on the morning show.
Oh, damn. Well.
I was told. All I can go by, Sean, is what I'm told. I was told that. Yeah.
And he's a white guy.
And he's a white guy on that show.
Thank you for absolving me of all blame.
And it wasn't me.
There you go.
Can I go with my? This isn't supposed to be happening. Like it's. Do you know what the next level is? I just happened to look up at the four. You know what? It's still up there. Can I read? Concerned after Chiefs close call versus Panthers.
They always have a close call.
Like, stop it. That's
every
what
week.
You nailed it.
Every week.
That's what they do. Winning is habitual. So is winning by close calls. And that's what still makes the Kansas City Chiefs a dangerous team. And we're going into that territory now, Neil, whether we want to admit it or not. We're going into that territory where we are all, and maybe we're not verbalizing it, but in the backs of our heads, we're going, well, wait a second. Rodrigo's in there. He's not supposed to be in there.
No, he's a 6th-round pick special teams guy.
Wait a second. Aiden Hutchinson's out. We're not supposed to be doing that. And we're thinking of all these reasons why they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. But in the process, you know what?
They continue to do it.
They continue to do it. So at what point in time do you just say, I need to shut the bleep up? And that's where I'm at. I'm telling my battle yesterday was sitting there in the third quarter feeling guilty because that game was boring. That game was boring to me. Like, where have we come from? And what I mean by boring is the game was over.
Mm-hmm. It was over, Sean.
It was over.
The first drive, the Colts had their way. They were popping the Lions in the mouth. But when it came time to punch it in, they kicked a field goal, and it was a wrap.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
It was a wrap.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming or inviting us to your house, as it was. You guys that go out week after week, by the way, I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable how the Lion fans just take over each and every week, seemingly, at places. It's insane.
No, that is absolutely crazy. But, Sean, it is. It's very simple when you recreate it. And the Colts had the 3-0 lead. Got it. They stopped the Lions a couple times, in the first quarter. But then again, once the Lions were up 14-6 and they got 5 possessions to your 4, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Just bleed them out.
They're the number 2 scoring defense in the NFL. And Spenny, you threw the gauntlet down. You're like, this will be a top 10 defense. Remember that discussion?
I do.
And we were like, that's aggressive.
Yeah, I thought 15 would be good enough.
Yeah. I'm like, man, that's aggressive. They are the second best in this league at allowing points. 3 straight second half shutouts.
10 straight quarters without a touchdown.
That is nuts.
You know what it is?
You can't lose in this league, Sean. If you hold them to field goals, you win in this league. Period.
It's almost like a scene out of a mafia movie, because anytime Aaron Glenn comes up, you have to go talk to the Godfather.
Yeah,
that's it. Like that's what I defer to Spenny. I mean, Spenny jumped on that right away, and he wasn't wrong. And here in our business. The beautiful thing about our business, and you touched on this yesterday on the pregame show, again, check us out 10 to noon on Thursday.
Shout out.
Can't wait for it, okay? But Neil, we're constantly told when we're wrong about things. And that's part of the deal. I accept it. No problem. Keep her coming, okay? But how often does somebody make a comment like that where people laugh at Spenny and go, you are such a slapdick, Spenny? And you had it flying from every direction, including people here at the network. Well, we're living it right now. So, I hear my earnings, Spenny. I had to make some money for the Godfather. Yeah. I'm paying homage right now. Here's your respect. You nailed that.
Sean, they called me a madman, and I wasn't mad enough, apparently, because I said top 10 defense, and Aaron Glenn said, eat shit, Spencer. We're going to be top 5. It's just insane. Like, even if you would have, after I called that, if you would have told me Aiden Hutchinson goes down week 4, I would say, okay, yeah, well, so much for that. It was a good time. But it's just insane the way he's got these guys playing. Yeah. Everybody tackles. They get to the ball. They swarm the ball. Good luck trying to run the ball against this defense.
That ain't happening.
You can't do it. I task you to find a defensive end better at containing the run than Josh Pascal in the entire NFL. In the entire NFL. I don't think there's a single tight end better at playing the run than Josh Pascal in the entire NFL.
Dude, and Spenny, I'm waiting.
And it might be Aiden Hutchinson. Like, he might be the only one.
Well, I don't know, Spenny. You get rid of Aiden Hutchinson on this defense, and all of a sudden they're second in the league. You see how preposterous all this is?
It doesn't make sense.
Aiden was the problem.
Yeah, Aiden was the problem this whole time.
When he gets healthy, maybe we should look at some trade options.
You know what I'm saying?
What might Aiden Hutchinson bring in?
Trade him while you got value.
Right? Insanity.
I can only go by what happens.
Yeah.
That's what the deal is. No, but Spenny, and that's why these guys in certainly Brad Holmes, that's why they stick with these guys. When they had injury problems and stuff like that, and we mocked them, the fan base mocked them, Josh Pascal, bust. Oh, well, he's a guy that was second-round pick. He's not any good. They know what they know.
Yeah.
Like, they know, they believe what their eyes tell them.
Yep.
Like how I sit here and tell everybody about Anthony Richardson. And he stinks. I know what my eyes see. Now, he's got sex appeal, and he'll make a couple of plays where you're like, wow, I can see why he's attractive. He's a good-looking blonde. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's in good shape, all that kind of stuff. But the personality, run from it. The DNA, run from it. But no, like, and you saw it, right? And I saw Vildor was getting a lot of heat and stuff like that. That one big play, Richardson dropped that throw in a bucket.
He did.
In a bucket. There's not a cornerback in the league stopping that one. One big play.
You could at least be with the guy. That's all I'm saying.
No, he recovered and got back, and he dropped it perfectly in the bucket. And I was like, wow, dude, the sex appeal with AR-15. And then I look, and he's 11 for 30. Like he always is. Like he always is. And, like, look, I'm not going to tell you, Vildor was primetime out there by any stretch of the imagination.
He's one of ours, though. Y'all got to chill a little bit.
Yeah, but anyway, though, the moral of the story is this. Like, Sean, for me, this game is simple. And WeezyD313 touched on it here. Says, sorry, sacks are overrated. I don't think they're overrated.
No, not at all.
Third down and red zone defense matters more. Now, that I can vibe with you a little bit on. This is a league, Sean, as we grew up and the Lions sucked. There was no third down where I felt like they were going to force a punt.
Yep.
Third and 20, third and 30. I saw them all converted.
Yeah,
always.
I remember plays. Like, those stick with you. Like, I'm not... third and 28 against the Eagles. There was a third and 27 against the Vikings. I swear to God, I remember those plays.
Remember the plays. Like... They get off the field, and you kick field goals against them, and then you lose. Like that's just the way that it is. And I've run out of things to say, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts of it because I have not run out of things to say about a couple of people on the defensive line. But Sean, I just don't know where we go. Again, as we said yesterday in the pregame show, we're sitting here playing with our food right now. Like, okay, Thursday. The Bears come in, and I was told when I walked in, we got Fox Sports on there. They're like, Caleb Williams breakout moment. Breakout moment.
He had a better game yesterday.
We nailed it, though. And KG, in fairness, I'm not sure if you tapped in with us yesterday, but Neil and I talked about that. The law of averages suggests.
Yeah, y'all.
You have to throw a touchdown pass after a month.
And what y'all say, the 2+ touchdowns was a plus 440?
Plus 440.
You definitely cashed
You're
yesterday
welcome.
if you took it.
440.
Like the
Bears
law of
with the
averages,
hook, you're welcome.
The law of averages says that has to happen.
Colts with the hook, though. Come on,
and
man.
Here we are talking. Listen, I'm going to say it. Pummel them. Just pummel them. Don't give them a breath. Not even a breath. Go out there and pummel them. It's crazy. I think about it. 2016, guys. 2016 was the last time we won on Thanksgiving. we got to make that go away.
Yeah.
And that, boy, what a memorable game that was. Unbelievable. Sam Bradford doing Sam Bradford things the last couple of drives. It was
Good old Sam Bradford.
Thank you, Sam Bradford. Thank you very much.
He loved the Lions a lot.
Oh,
As a Ram and a Viking, he loved the Lions a lot.
He really did. But no, Neil, I'm with you. We have to get to the nuts and bolts because there really isn't a lot to say, as crazy as it sounds, about some of these games. They go out and they just take care of business, and it's beautiful, and it should never be boring. But I'm calling me out, and I know I heard from a few people that felt the same way. Third quarter yesterday, I'm going, okay, I got in late last night. Think I could take a 10, 15-minute nap here? I could have, legitimately. I didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything, right? But that's where we're at. I love it.
It was decided. Just like it's decided the best pregame show in Detroit sports. In Woodward, Maine. 8 to 9 a.m. Terry Foster, Matthew Broder.
It's my favorite bit of yours. I swear to God.
He loves it.
That's my favorite.
Then at 10 o'clock, it's a New Holland Brewing Company pregame show. Myself and Sean Belisian, brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Tullamore Dew, Irish whiskey, all overloaded by New Holland Brewing Company. We will be in studio this Thursday. We will not be at Second Best. It's the holiday. There's a lot of moving parts and stuff. Everything's going to be in studio. You guys doing the watch party, Spenny?
I'm not.
You're not.
No.
But the watch party will be out.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's all going down. It's all in studio.
Yep.
So there you everything is emanating in studio, by the way. So make sure you check that out. Again, no one is doing football Sundays and coming up Thursdays better than Woodward Sports. That's a fact.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
1800 Tequila is a proud partner of the Detroit Lions. It's also the official tequila of the Lions watch party and post-game show. You see they got the awesome Lion Themes bottle. You can go get those in stores right now. 1800 Tequila, the smoothest taste in tequila, and please drink responsibly.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean Belisian in for D-Mac, KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel and get in there. In the chat, by the way, BigCom51, it's time to ask the question. With how good the team is, #1 offense, #2 defense, if we don't win the Super Bowl, did we fail? Yes, Big
It's
Com.
been like this before the first snap of the season.
Super Bowl or bust.
Yes, Super Bowl or bust.
For the next half decade minimum.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pass, fail.
It's real. Neil,
That's why I tell you, Big Com, like, we are playing with our food right now.
The regular season is a formality.
Correct.
And I'll say it again.
Correct. Like, that's all it is right now. And you'll get previews like that Buffalo Bills game.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will be extra on it.
Can't wait.
And obviously, if they win, awesome. If they don't, guess what? Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
Yep.
For real, nothing changes. Woodward Sports chat thread, Daniel, Vildor's playing trash. I think we're weird how we latch on to something like that.
Yeah. But you know what it is, though.
No, I don't know what it is.
You don't? I mean, and I've been guilty of this as well. He's the face of what the hell happened last year in San Francisco.
Okay.
And some people can't let it
go.
go.
So is Reynolds.
And I understand that, but Reynolds ain't here, and he still is. So it just is what it is. Unfortunately, I don't think it's fair because he went out there and he did his job. Was it perfect? No. But did he cost the team? No. So he went out there and did his job, and he's one of us at the end of the day.
I have a text along those lines, and again, we did not talk about this. This is a text sent to me by from my oldest friend, okay? This was at 2:38 yesterday. I can show you this text, Neil. Vildor may be the worst Lion ever.
Oh, God.
This is where we're at, okay? The game, and this is my response. I'm going to read verbatim, okay?
Tease Tabor.
It's funny. Now we know how good fan bases have lived for so many years. We have time to pick apart guys in games where we are bored. I'm literally bored watching this game because I know how it's going to end. It is, and you brought it up during the break, it's a Lynch mentality. It's like with everything going right all around us, if there's one thing not going right, we all have, that guy's awful, he's the worst ever, get out of here, right? And the sins of the past are held against him, et cetera, et cetera. This is a weird place that we're at. It's almost like we have to find things to pick at. Isn't it weird?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way we are, though, in society, too.
That's
like,
just a life thing.
We can't be happy.
No, never.
And I'm not saying, like, he was, again, I'm not saying Vildor was prime Deion Sanders.
You're right. But worst Lion
He
ever.
was closer to Tease Tabor than he was to prime Deion Sanders.
But there's a lot of Lions you can name before you get to Kendall Vildor.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
L for real. That was AR-15's one good throw. No, it was. It was an electric throw, and he's very shifty, and I understand the sex appeal. But then you look at the box score, and there he is in there. Like, just absolute garbage. Because that's what he is, and that's what the Colts have pinned their hopes on. 11 of 28 for 172 yards, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, okay. Good luck with it. Good luck with it, Colts. It should end very, very well for you. But they are a solid. They're a solid team, though. They're always on the playoff graphic. They're just never gonna do anything when they get in.
Yeah,
because they don't have a quarterback. So
he reminds me, and you guys tell me if you agree or disagree. He reminds me of Geno Smith. Now, Geno Smith. Performance against the Lions notwithstanding.
Geno Smith is a way better passer than him, though.
Geno shows you some things, but then Geno's apt to throw one of those balls where you're like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, what's going on in your head? And I think, especially early in his career where Geno really struggled, Geno kind of got it going and everything. But you know what you're going to get. You're going to get some good. You're going to get some electricity. It's the old Mike McMahon thing. Remember Marty Morningweg with former quarterback Mike McMahon? He always said he's like a live wire. It's like a down wire. Yeah, there's a lot of electricity there. Some of it might be good, but a whole hell of a lot of it isn't exactly good. And when you look at the box score, again, Geno Smith's performances against us, notwithstanding, where he morphs into Geno Mahomes, you look at it and you're going, oh, that's all he did? That's all he did? Really? It just seemed like more than that.
I would say he's more, and they kind of said it on the broadcast yesterday, he's a worse version of Cam Newton. Just because of the size and how he can run. And Justin made a great point on the morning show. If he could just be a 55% passer, he would look a lot better because of the way he can utilize his legs. But he just makes some really, really boneheaded plays. And you're just like, what the hell are you doing? But
I think when he graduates, if there's ever a graduation, I think it would kind of be in the same arc that Geno had. I mean, do you remember Geno was useless?
Yeah, he was.
Geno was absolutely useless. And he's turned himself into a viable, maybe I'm being nice with viable, but he's turned himself into an all right quarterback.
Solid.
Yeah, he's turned himself into an all right quarterback.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Mike G, leave Vildor alone. He did his job, man. And Mike G, that's where I'm coming from, man. Like, you're going to give up plays in this league, dude.
Right.
You are going to give up plays.
It is okay to be mad about it during the game, sure, okay. But now, today, like, we got to let it go a little bit.
He was out there prominently. They didn't give up a touchdown.
He didn't know he was starting until the day before, or like 2 days before. Like, he's not a starting quarterback on this team for a reason.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes addressed that room in the offseason for a reason. Like, sorry, both starting quarterbacks were down. Yeah. And Mosley wasn't ready to come back yet, and Rakestraw's on IR.
Yeah.
Like, oh, darn, our fifth quarterback's getting burnt out there. Like, Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah. Thank you, Spenny. That's all I wanted to know. That's absolutely all I wanted to know.
I mean, he is.
We're complaining about our fifth corner right now. It is absolutely mind-boggling
But, like, it's the history, though. And, like I said, even aside from the NFC Championship game, all the 200-yard games last year, he wears that, unfortunately. He does.
Aspen Sunberg. Oh, my God, Neil, I'm so tired of hearing your takes. Sorry, Aspen.
Hey, you could turn it off, buddy.
You're right.
But Aspen, you can't because you know it's better than anything else in the city. Right? So what a conundrum you're in.
Here you are.
Here you are, So, again, that's it.
Can't go back to the soft stuff once you had that pure cocaine.
Jonesy, that was actually good coverage on that play. Vildor still better than Okuda is, LOL.
No, that's a
fact. Well, that's the worst line of all time.
Yeah.
Like, with all due respect.
I don't even know if he's the worst line of all time. It's a long list.
No, but I did want to... Can we do this, Spenny? Let's take the break early.
Yeah.
A couple minutes early, because there is some things that I want to lay out. And Spenny deserves a lot of props for the preview of the defense this year. And I got another one that I'm not going to say I was against it. By no means was I against it, but I didn't realize it until I realized it. So let's get into that. Tell me about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's, if you want a great haircut, just come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Scan that QR code up there and you can get a $20 coupon. That's right, $20. Where are you going to get a $20 haircut other than Lady Jane's? It's not just a haircut. It's a hot Latinx shave, a scalp massage, and a hot towel treatment for one of our lovely talented stylists. Only at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, sit down, relax. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Neil Rule here for Caesars Sportsbook. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. They're the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use a promo code Woodward1000. Make your first deposit. Make your first bet. If your first bet loses, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. It's almost like a do-over, everybody. Yesterday, if you were watching the pregame show, and I, the resident Caleb Williams hater, told you to take 2+ touchdown passes at plus 440, guess what? You were a winner. All right. Use the promo code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen. Guys, the app is clean. It doesn't glitch out. It's easy to see. That's something, too. Some of these sports books, man, I don't know what they're doing with their app, but Caesars Sportsbook has it right. Again, the official sports book of Woodward Sports. Keeping it pushing here. Already 40 minutes down here on a Victory Monday. Neil Rule, Sean Belizian, KG, Spencer Raxter, Young Justin running around here somewhere as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, get into there, get your thoughts in there as well. Sean, I do want to talk about this defensive line. And Spenny was celebratory. We were all happy. It was a solid deal when they got DJ Reader into town. Solid deal.
Absolutely.
Sean.
I said I should have got him. Called that one too.
Yep. But Sean, DJ, and look, Aleem McNeil was a monster yesterday.
He owned Quentin Nelson.
Unbelievable.
That's Quentin Nelson. Yep. That's the best guard in football.
Yep.
He made him look like a homeless child. Like the only time he eats is at school. Like that's what it looked like, Sean. That was Quentin Nelson out there. Like if I could pull an offensive lineman off any team in the league and put him on the Lions, it would be him. And Aleem McNeil sunned him out there. And DJ Reader, and every single play, whether it was resulted in a pressure or not, every single play, Sean, I'm a big guy. I'm a big fan in somebody who believes a lot, and this is universal across all sports. And doing play-by-play for a lot of sports, what I've noticed is if you turn a team negative in football, if you push the line 2 yards, it's so big. In basketball, when teams are trying to run a pick and roll and you turn them around and make them be negative. In soccer, if you make the attack go negative, that's how you win. It's very, very simple. All these different sports, the geometry is always the same. And what DJ Reader and Lee McNeil do, next time you're watching the game, Thursday when you're watching the game, just look at it for 6. Ha ha! Just look at 6 plays in a row. All right? And watch how that line moves. Sometimes it's a yard, sometimes it's 2 yards. You can't win. You can't win, Rock.
No. And you know what it comes back to, and how many times have we said this? I can't stand, you ask any offensive lineman and defensive lineman, they'll tell you the same thing. When you hear the term manufacture a pass rush, do you know what that does? That tells the offense, oh, goody, we're going to have some fun today. You know, that's not what you want. And that was the concern as crazy as it sounds, let's be honest, even with Aiden Hutchinson, okay, there were people that were still playing that tune. And then when we don't have to get cute. We don't have to manufacture a pass rush, because you know what that means when you manufacture a pass rush? You're taking a guy from a different spot that is now opening up an area that the opposition can exploit. So when you hear that, you don't want to hear manufacture a pass rush, right? Because that means that's going to make you weak someplace else. Plug and play is real. It's real. And you're right. I don't want to take away from individuals. I don't want to take away, just to make the blanket statement to make the Godfather Spenny happy. Aaron Glenn, right? Yes, we can do that. But it's also up to the individual as well. And to see these guys step up the way they have, I'm glad that you brought that up, because, yeah, we have to talk about that. Lost in that was, KG, as you said, the dominance of a damn good player. I mean, that's beautiful.
No, it is. Absolutely.
Dude, Aleem McNeil signed that deal and got better.
Yeah.
Got better.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like they knew that this was going to be the breakout season. Any dollars that they gave him beforehand, they saved money on, versus what we're seeing now. Name a better defensive lineman in the league. Like, let's get real.
It's hard to.
Spenny, this is your area.
Yeah.
Name a better defensive lineman in the league. There aren't many right now.
There's not many. You know, when you look at, I know I haven't checked the numbers, but he was number 1 in pressures since week 4 from the interior defensive line position. So
right around the time Caleb Williams threw his last touchdown pass.
Right around that time. So it's hard to task someone to find a player playing better than he is right now. It's awesome.
And then DJ Reader, man.
Mm-hmm. He opens up everything for everybody.
They're never going to give up a 100-yard rusher again. Like, ever.
It don't appear that way.
Like, I'm telling you guys, like, it is a basic formula, and we always get drawn to the toys, Sean. We do. But Spenny, for old time's sake, the defensive line pushes people this way, and the offensive line pushes people that way.
Yeah, that way.
I say it all the time, like, you know, we in the media have the luxury of looking ahead. Coaches, players, they don't want to do it, okay? But I don't know, did you kind of have that moment last night watching Saquon again in prime time?
Man.
Doing what he's doing? Did you kind of have that same moment that I did last night?
I want a piece of that.
I do too.
I want a piece of that.
I listen, I'm not joking. I wasn't sitting back going, oh no.
Neither was I.
He went for 255. Yeah. Oh, and remember what he did the previous Thursday? You know what I was saying? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's go. And I think we're getting to that point now where we're starting to look ahead a little bit like that. And we can, again, the luxury that we have as fans, we can do that. I know the guys don't want to do that. I know Dan Campbell would probably fire a tin of chew at my head for even bringing it up. But
he wouldn't give it up.
No.
You know what?
But they
maybe
watching.
an empty one.
An empty one.
They watching. They keeping their eyes on the prize, don't get me wrong, but they watching.
Yeah, but like last night
watching.
I saw it, and listen, Philly's coming up again, like a lot of people thought they would, all right? Even with their coach, there's a lot of talent there. People forget how good they were last year. When it fell apart, it fell apart. The question is, can you get it back? The sign of a good coach is being able to get it back. And maybe,
and when you drop Saquon in there, you can get it back.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works out, isn't it? But you know what? I watched what Saquon did the previous Thursday, and I watched what he did in primetime last night, and I don't fear it because of the reasons that you just spoke. And I'm not saying that we're going to completely shut him down and shut them down, but you ain't going for 255.
No,
you ain't going
that's
for
a
a
fact.
$190. That's not going to happen against this defense. No way.
No, I do. I want to see that too. Woodward Sports chat thread. Sean Hart, DJ doesn't get pushed around even if two people are trying to do it. He eats blocks and it is a damn beautiful thing. And Sean, he beats double teams constantly. Constantly. Like it's wild. And the Sam Flannels of the world would look at a box score and say he had one tackle yesterday.
There you go.
The Cats bots, of the world would look at a box score and say he had one tackle. There was not a better play. There were not two better players on the field than DJ Reader and Lee McNeil. There were not.
Sam was showing love. I got to stick up for him.
I always go back to Jim Schwartz one day had a meltdown. Neil, you'll probably remember this. Maybe you guys will as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Schwartz one day had an absolute meltdown at that exact same scenario that you explained. And Flannel, I'm not calling you out. But there was some heat coming in Ndamukong Suh's way. Mm-hmm. And I'm not comparing him to Ndamukong Suh, okay? That guy was a force of nature. But, I remember Jim Schwartz was visibly angry. And he said, stop talking about what Ndamukong Suh isn't doing in the stat sheet. What you're telling me is you don't know anything about football. What he brings up front, you can't measure it in stats. Yeah. He's opening everything up for other guys around him, completely unselfishly, allowing Cliff Averill to turn into the stud that he did. And again, those are things that you're not going to see that in a stat line, man. You're not going to see that in tackles. You're not going to see that in TFL. You're not going to see that in sacks. It's disruption. Mm-hmm. How do you quantify disruption?
It's
can't.
hard to.
So you have to look at it.
Just like, one would say Zadarius Smith is doing for the Lions team. And Weezy D313 in the chat, you my guy. I rock with you, man. But calling Zadarius Smith a jag, that's a little bit much. That's a little much.
He made his couple splash plays. Didn't end in a sack or whatever, but he altered a couple of plays. That's all this is, guys. Disrupt plays.
It is.
Because it's a timing league. Here's a little secret. If an offense is the timing's on, you're not stopping them. No defense in the league is stopping them. Mm-hmm. But good defenses disrupt.
There was nobody better in the history of the NFL, I will die on this hill, than Peyton Manning when he had his timing. Nobody. Tom Brady included, okay? I call Tom Brady the GOAT. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But, Neil, to your point, and I don't know if you agree or disagree, when Peyton Manning was on and you weren't disrupting him, it was over. You didn't have a chance. Peyton Manning looked like a mortal when you had that disruption, okay? And I think that was the difference between Peyton Manning and perhaps some other guys. But when that whole system was predicated on timing, it was. Anybody with half a brain in their head knew that. When he was on, forget it. Like honestly, he was an absolute surgeon. So what you have to do is you have to disrupt, and I want disruptors. Mm-hmm. And again, disrupt isn't going to show up in a box score. It's not. I want those disruptors.
They had 15 pressures yesterday. Anthony Richardson under pressure was 1 for 9. And when he had time to throw against the Jets, who are supposedly this great defense with this great defensive line, he was 20 for 30 against them and way more efficient. He won the game, put up 28 points. This Lions defense doesn't get enough credit for how good their defensive line is. They really need to start being talked about as a top 5 unit in the NFL for defensive line. They are that good. It's just crazy. The Giants, the Jets get blown out of proportion for these amazing D lines, but teams run all over them consistently. And then we have DJ Reader and Lee McNeil keeping elite running backs under 100 yards.
One last thing on the Colts before we kind of move on from that and take a look around the NFL and get more in depth with the Lions stuff. Didn't the Colts remind you of the Lions in the 20 teens?
I said that.
That's what he said this
I
morning.
said that at the
Like the
beginning of the
20
show.
teens Lions, like
Yeah.
good at borderline playoff team, but they just do the dumbest shit repeatedly.
Whenever they get momentum, it's a flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's what I felt like I was watching.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I'm like,
That's crazy. I
I
said
feel
that.
bad for those fans in that building because I know what you're going through.
Don't take me back. That's a bad
Just
spot for me.
that's what
a
Sean.
bad spot for
The
me.
Colts yesterday is why I could never be a coach. Like I can't be like up until like U12. That's as high as I can go. Once you get past that, I couldn't take it anymore. Like just why?
Throwing the Surface Pro down.
Yeah. Like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why? Take me through the thought process.
No, that I think I don't want to compare eras because losing sucks the most, but I think what always pissed me off, and I've screamed about this, is the people putting Jim Caldwell on a pedestal. I guess I just didn't get it because so many times you saw things like that happen, and it's like, wait a second, like at what point in time does that also come back to coaching as well? And it was. Gosh, that was frustrating. Gosh, I didn't think about that. That's a pretty good point, man. They're all right. Like the Colts are all right. They might
They're
knock
on the
off
graphic.
they might knock off somebody they shouldn't knock off. They might sneak into the playoff, but damn well they aren't doing anything past that. It's not happening.
The Colts have the easiest remaining schedule in football.
And they'll backdoor their way into the playoffs like they always do, and then they'll get cooked.
This is a great point.
Because that's the way that it works.
They're just doing it their way, like Braylon Edwards.
Patriots, Broncos, Titans, Giants, Jaguars. That's their schedule.
Yep.
So,
Sheesh.
good luck. Have a good run, Colts. We'll check in on you later. So,
Something that we touched on, and I have a feeling we're going to get into a little bit deeper. You look at the Eagles' remaining schedule.
yes, it's tough.
It's kind of frightening,
us,
guys.
yeah.
It's for a Lion standpoint, okay? Like there's one.
Spinning you the bed. That pose kills me. That fucking pose on the cover.
Dude, you should see the picture on the back. Sean, can you turn it around real quick? Turn it around real quick. This picture on the back. Like,
I'm flaming, bro.
Hold on.
He doing it his way. He's doing it his way.
Shout out to B, man.
No,
he's the man. We love him.
They honored him over the weekend. It's well deserved.
For getting in the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame, by the way, who finally
right.
came to their senses and got him in.
Yeah,
so.
it's crazy.
But nobody, as KG said, no one can pose like that. No one knows where the camera is more than that man.
I swear.
Gonna tell my kid that's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air right there. All right.
He tries to deny it too.
He does.
I was taking social media content for him, and it was so obvious. Just took a quick look at me. I was like,
All right, everybody. Second best, downtown Detroit, they're the spot. You're going to a Wings game, Tigers game, Pistons game, Lions game. You're going to a concert, wherever you are going. If you're going to catch a Woodward Sports pregame show on Sunday game days down there during the home games, 42 Watson Street. Absolute electricity in the place. Tons of Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. This is not I don't say this lightly, the best chicken wings in Detroit. I'll fight you about it.
Dry rub, all day.
All day, the dry rub wings. Absolutely incredible. Fantastic chicken sandwich as well. The food's on point. The drinks are on point. The people are on point. The location's on point. This is going to be the premier spot, guys, in Detroit for events. Second best, 42 Watson Street. Come get some.
You're an ugly guy. That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you can win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram. Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. Then you and your much better looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Inside of Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pic of her and the worst pic of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
Mama said you ugly. Hey!
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford. Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neil Rule here for New Holland Brewing and the greatest drink ever created. Taller, the Dutch long drink. New Holland Brewing Company, west side of the state, Michigan company. They take their small batch gin, they mix it with a grapefruit puree, and then magic happens. And it's in that can, everybody. Sean Belesian and I, we drink them on the pregame show on the New Holland Brewing Company pregame show. You guys need to. A lot of you have reached out and said, I tried them, Neil. You were right. Trust me on this, guys. Go to Total Wine, go to Meijer. Try it. Get a six-pack. Dude, you're going to need it. You're going to be around your family for the holidays. You're going to be around that uncle that just bugs the shit out of you. So guess what? Taller is the play. The Dutch long drink, everybody. You'll thank me later. Pulling up hour number 2, Victory Monday, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, media icon Sean Belesian, KG Spencer Raxter. We also have young Justin in the building. He's home on break from Western Michigan. Are you a Michigan fan now that they won?
I'm always been a Michigan fan, and I've always been a Western Michigan fan.
Then why do you wear? Okay, never mind. Anyway,
it's okay. That protein shake bought and paid for by the Ohio State University.
That is correct.
So
there'll be more. Another guy in this room.
Yep.
Will be cutting loose with one too. Another guy in the morning show will be cutting loose with one too.
Oh, he'll be cutting loose on me too. He took under 35 wins for the Pistons. So.
All right. If you're new to Woodward Sports, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Then you can get in the chat, and then you can, as KG would say, get your shit off. We're the best sports network in Michigan. We just are. Check the numbers, everybody. So we're happy to have you along for the ride. You guys made it this way, and we're happy about it. Can I take this little 10-minute segment here? Let's Go Red Wing Sparty, valued member of the chat community. And when we say your name and then we say valued member of the chat community, know that there's going to be a but.
Oh, yeah.
No question in my mind.
But he said this: I would prefer not to get a piece of the Eagles. Sean, it doesn't matter. Even if the Lions, and like, look, let me paint a scenario for you. Say like the Lions do the unforgivable and like lose a game, maybe 2. Say the Eagles get the 1 seed. Nothing changes. The expectations don't change. I don't fear them. I don't care what they're doing. They have Nick Sirianni. In the end, he's going to cost you winning. Yep. And guys, no one's going to talk about it. But last night, that fumble play where he was late getting the challenge flag out, and he didn't know whether or not he was going to challenge it. In the moment, he freezes. And it happens all the time. I do not fear the Philadelphia Eagles.
Not at all. I had something in my throat.
In the moment of truth, I do not fear the Philadelphia Eagles. As Sean Belesian said, I do not fear Saquon Barkley.
I don't fear
because
nobody.
Their strength is our strength. And the data says I'll take our strength every single time. I don't care where they play. Ford Field, that trash-ass city of Philadelphia, on the moon. It doesn't matter where they play because when they lace them up, the Lions are better than the Eagles. Period, end of story. Yeah. And that's really it. We've already seen it with the Vikings. We've already seen it with the Packers. They're cute. It's nice. The 49ers are dead. They're dead and the window's closed and it's over. And everyone's going to walk away saying, "No, Neil, you got to be weary of the Green Bay Packers." As Sean said, that wasn't the Packers yesterday. That was the 49ers.
Dead.
It is over for them. OVA. So guess what? You're all out of teams. And I know everyone's going to say the Buffalo Bills come in here and win. "Oh, Neil, the Bills won." Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care because on the other side, it's going to be Ravens, Chiefs, or Bills. That's who it's going to be. Like, we know who the players are here.
Of course.
We know who the players are. That's it. Sean, I hate to boil this all down, and I hate to kill the vibe because we got, 7 more pregame shows to do? 6? Whatever it is, plus the playoffs. But this is all very, very simple, Sean. This is just us waiting till the playoffs, to the NFC Championship, and to the Super Bowl. That's what it is, Sean. I'll be here.
You know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to make all you guys in the chat mad at me, and I'm probably going to make you guys in the room mad at me as well. Do I fear the Philadelphia Eagles? Nope. Do I fear going to Philly in the last week of January and having it being 8 degrees? Yep.
I do not.
I openly do. I admit it. And if you guys want to call me a wuss, go right ahead. Now, to your point, do I think the Lions are a better team? Yep. Do I think the Lions will win that game? Yep. But do I fear that? Do I fear? Yeah, I do. I do. I don't want that. I want the Lions to hold on to that number one seed.
Of course.
I know.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying. But for me to sit back and say I don't fear that, I don't fear the Eagles. I don't fear.
It's the same thing, Sean.
I'm sorry.
If you fear them being outdoors in a playoff game, then your team's not good enough.
Well, no. I think there's a difference, though. Like, you go pick a team that plays outdoor. Carolina.
Everybody got to do it,
Minnesota,
though.
whatever
if your
the
team's
case may
good
be.
enough, they figure it the hell out, just like with the injuries.
You don't have to do it, though, if you get the number one seed. You don't have to
exactly.
do it. You get everything
No, of course.
I want the number one seed. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't fear the prospect of going to Philly when it's 10 degrees with those psycho people that live in Philly.
That's true.
I'd be terrified.
But if they did, they got to find a way to win.
And listen, I'm going to say it again. I think the Lions win that game. Let me be crystal clear. But yeah, I don't like the prospect of that. I don't know how anybody could say
I'd much rather see them in the friendly confines of Ford Field.
My God.
We all would. But like I said, at this point, I'm just tired of us being scared. If you want the Lions to be a big boy organization, we can't keep ducking these teams. We can't keep being scared of other teams. We're the best team in the fucking NFL, for Christ's
I agree
sakes.
with that.
And they've proven it every single week. Every single. What more do you need at this point?
There's nothing, KG. There's nothing more to say.
I think at the same time, to sit back and say I don't fear going to Philadelphia with them being the number one seed in the last week of January. Are you being honest with yourself?
No, I am. Because if they can't do that, then you're not good enough.
Of course, same thing. But
if this is truly pass-fail, they have to pass.
They have to pass,
no matter what the situation is.
But again, to say I don't fear it, I think that's crazy.
But you brought up the injuries earlier. We're sitting up here amazed at what they've been able to do with all the injuries. Why? Because they are a dominant, well-coached team.
Yeah.
Like we got to get off of this, man. Like I'm not scared of nobody. Mahomes, I don't give a damn who it is. Line them up.
We beat them by 17 at Ford Field. I'm convinced of it. By 17.
Yeah. I get you. We all want home field.
No joke. We beat that team by 17. I mean, that's a 34-17 NFC championship game, and we're all going, is this real? Are the Lions really going to the Super Bowl?
Until I see a team come in here and do the Lions dirty, like I said earlier in the show, humble me.
But
at this
to
point.
that point, if we're going to look at the, like, here, I'm going to read it right now if you guys stick with me for a second. They're at the Ravens. They could very well lose that game. Philly could very well lose that game, right? At Baltimore. The rest of their schedule is as follows. The Panthers at home. The Steelers at home. That could be intriguing. At the Commanders. The Cowboys at home. And the Giants at home. They have what? Maybe a loss?
Maybe.
If we're lucky to. If we're really, really lucky to. And I think we all agree, just on principle alone, the Lions might mix in another one. It might be Buffalo. Yeah. It might be the proverbial, we didn't see that coming because it's the NFL type of shit. But like Neil, you brought it up, and I agree with you. Hey, listen, there's a shot, a chance that Philly gets the number one seed. And I agree with you. And I don't know, like I said, I don't like that idea. I want number one. I want it at Ford Field.
We all want a perfect world.
The Lions aren't. I don't think the Lions are losing anywhere, but I know, sure as hell, they're not losing at Ford Field.
Yeah, we all want rainbows and sunshine. But if they were to be in that situation, then I'm confident in my team.
Yeah, I'm still confident.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying if I said I didn't go, I'd be lying. And I've seen too many crazy things happen in January on the road.
See, that's that SOL.
Gosh,
don't do that.
Damn it.
Don't do
but
that.
like I said, this is a process for all of us. What we are doing is we're taking learned behavior, and this is the National Football League, and the Lions so far are defying that logic that we all grew up with.
Yeah.
You can't go in and win it. You can't go to Kansas City. You can't go to New England in January. You're not going to beat the Patriots in January. You know, all that stuff. And so far, the Lions have defied, like, all that logic that we thought we knew.
Burn in the chat. Remember the 49ers next time anyone says going all in. Just the window closed. Like it ran its course for the 49ers.
Made the Super Bowl so many times.
Yeah.
Listen, if there are Packer fans watching, and I know there are Packer fans watching, okay, and I know some, I'm not taking anything away from you. You did what you had to do, right? That game was more Frisco than it was Green Bay.
They were down their 3 best players.
They were, they done. Like, shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's that, you know? Thanks for playing. And
Christian McCaffrey's out there fumbling.
Yes.
They're down Trent Williams, Brock Purdy, and Nick Bosa.
Hey, and this just in, the NFC West sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. That division is ass.
But Sean, the Cardinals.
The Cardinals, here they come.
Cool 6 spot they put up yesterday against Seattle.
Sitting here smoking that 49ers pack. Hopefully they don't make the playoffs today. I can smoke some more of it.
My God, that would be absolutely incredible.
Hey, one of the things that we talked about early with the Vikings' cute little start, and by the way, you're still a fraud. You need to know that. But you're going to be a fraudulent playoff team. One of the things we talked about is good. Keep it coming. Because then we don't have to worry about maybe a legitimate, dark horse.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the playoffs when we come back, Sean, because I've grown to like this. We go over the playoff matchups on Monday.
It's starting to shape up. We in week 12.
It's starting to shape
13.
up. Absolutely right, KG, because it is. All right, let's talk about Mark White, shall we?
Mark White, what happens when you need to buy or sell your home? You call Mark White because he'll save you up to $5,000 of your closing costs. Visit him at markwhitesales.com or call 248-8242. Mark White, he'll save you up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000 from Mark White.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
Enough Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. That's right, and FeldmanAuto.com. That is the website. We know about Feldman Chevrolet and Novi because they're Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the nation's #1 EV dealer. But guess what? What if you want a different branded car? You want a Ford, you want a Kia, whatever you want. FeldmanAuto.com. That's the play. There's 18 Feldman Automotive dealerships, so there's one near you, and you can find whatever kind of car you want. Here's the deal. Want a car? FeldmanAuto.com. You can even start the buying process online. They get your keys quick. I got mine before I went in there to do the show. We're doing the show. I said, yeah, we'll take this one. They gave me the keys before the show was over. That's how easy it is at FeldmanAuto.com. They're the best. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belizian, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. And, it's a Victory Monday. We know that. We're here live at the Planet Fitness Studios, taking your thoughts. And Super Bowl says, being scared means you fans will be the first to revert to SOL. No, in Super Bowl, Sean talked about it. He has, a group of people. I have a group of people that I go to and see it, and they're under the surface, KG. You know they are.
They are.
You know
they're
they
among
are.
Us.
They're waiting. They are. Like, seriously. I mean, we're lying. You're lying to you if you can't accept that. There are people like lying in wait, and they've had to hold it in so long. What they're doing now is they're prematurely ejaculating. They are. I mean, let's be honest.
Right.
When it's 1:10 on a Sunday afternoon and you're putting that nonsense out there, it's like
first possession, Sean.
Dude, get off of Pornhub. Like knock it off.
Fourth carry.
It is.
They can't stop anybody today.
It's going to be one of those days. I'm heading to the cider mill. You know, it's like, dude, it's 1:10. Like, because they haven't been able to get it off their chest. So they have to, like, let me give you an example. Neil, earlier this season, we had a guy that legitimately in week 3 was in our chat. KG, I hope you remember this.
Yeah.
Saying, we can't catch the Vikings now.
Oh, yeah.
What? This just, we're playing the Vikings twice.
Right. That's crazy.
What on earth are you doing? We're 1 game behind. We're playing the Vikings twice. It's week 3. Like that, but they need that in their life. They need to be the guy that told you, Spenny, you were such a slapdick. This defense sucks, and you suck too. Like that's. I get it. Like, I don't know, maybe there's a void in their life, so I just kind of pet them and go, there. Yeah. I'm sure you'll get your chance sooner rather than later.
You said that like a pirate. It's week 3.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Jack Stark. You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? I'm afraid, all right?
I'm with you, dude. Like, I'm with you. I'm sorry. I want Saquon in Detroit. I don't want them in Philly.
We do.
I'm man enough to admit I want nothing to do with that freaking team in Philadelphia. Nothing.
No, we do. But all I'm saying is if they were to have to go on the road, you would still expect them to win that game.
I think so.
Steve Lehman, Lions opening up as 10.5-point favorites over Chicago.
They are bad.
It's not enough.
I'd give those points. I would give those points all day. I'd give those points.
I'm shocked about that because I was saying on the postgame show, at some point they're going to start overinflating these lines for the Lions to force you to bet on the Bears.
Yeah.
I was like, how is this line not going to be 13.5, 14.5 to just force you to bet on the Bears? But that's still not enough points for this Lions team, especially at home.
No, it is wild. All right.
Can I bring up one
Absolutely.
thing about the playoff race? Because I know we were going to get into this. Let's not forget, okay, before we get all worried. Let's not forget. Let's play a game of pretend. The Lions mix in another loss, okay? The Lions.
Why are you a hater,
How
Sean?
dare you,
The
Sean?
Lions mix in another loss.
I told you they were going to lose.
Pick
How
a game.
dare you?
Pick a game. Who do they lose to? KG, you go first.
The Bills.
Who?
The Bills.
Okay.
I'll say Packers.
Okay.
Yuck.
Sure. Packers.
Okay.
Sure.
If it's the Bills, the Lions still stay ahead of Philadelphia. Just for what it's worth. Because as you look down the tiebreakers, conference tiebreaker,
Yep.
if the Lions
6-2 versus 6-1.
Yep. That's an AFC loss. The Lions have now. If it's the Packers, then we have to go down to different tiebreakers from there. Yeah, again, this is if we're following the Eagles aren't going to lose again mantra, which quite frankly, much like the Lions, I think they'll lose a game. It might be Pittsburgh, it might be at Baltimore, but they lose a game. So right now, depending on who the Lions lose, the Lions can absorb that loss. And even if Philadelphia goes unbeaten, the Lions have the tiebreaker if they lose to an AFC team. So, Neil, it's fun having these kind of conversations. So much can change between now and then. Yes, but how often have we been in this position where we're sitting down looking at the 2025 draft right now? And, here's my mock draft. You guys, nobody gives a shit about your mock draft. But there we are holding our phones up saying, look who I got for the Lions. But that's the reality of the situation right now. We can have these conversations.
All right, Sean, let's do it. Let's take a look at the playoff picture with an AFC game going on tonight for Monday Night Football, which is a pretty good one. I'll tap into that one.
Oh, yeah.
The playoff picture for the NFC, the Detroit Lions, the 1 seed as it sits by the nature of the 6-1 conference record versus the 6-2 conference record of Philadelphia. So the Lions still have that game at hand, like as Sean talked about. And depending on who they lose to, they could be 1.5 games ahead, depending on how you break that down. But anyway, with that being said, so the Lions would be chilling No games. No games at Ford Field that opening weekend of playoffs, which I always like to say, Sean, here's why I like the buys. It's not even the home thing. You can't lose if you're not playing.
Yeah.
No one's ever lost not playing. You're automatically in the next round.
Never lost.
Undefeated. Right. Never lost. The 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles would be hosting the 7 seed Washington Commanders. The 3 seed Seattle Seahawks would be hosting the 6 seed Green Bay Packers. And the 4 seed Atlanta Falcons would be hosting the 5 seed Minnesota Vikings.
What a fraudulent NFC.
Don't you have to? You have to. I'm all in on Atlanta and Minnesota. I am all like which Kirk Cousins is going to show, which Vikings. Oh, that's a wonderful matchup.
You like that?
It's a wonderful. It's the Jameis Winston of playoff matchups.
America's quarterback.
America's quarterback.
Love him so much.
What that tells me is the Lions will most assuredly be playing a divisional team, either Green Bay or Minnesota, because one of them are going to win one of those playoff games. So that's what you would get.
Is it bad that I would hope it would be Jordan Love just because of all the de-essing that we heard in the off season?
You know what? Real quick, and that goes back to Sean's point. Who in the world gets away with more should have been interceptions than Jordan Love? For real.
That's a good point.
Did you watch it?
I did. Oh, yeah. I was all in on that game.
He's running around, losing the ball.
But, Neil, he's Brett Favre reincarnated.
I know.
That's why, Neil, that's why I'm going to repeat, and I know Packer fans will get mad at me. I don't care. I came away from that game saying that was more Frisco sucks than that was Green Bay being dominant. Frisco was awful. Yeah. Awful.
100% it was.
Okay, now can we play a game of pretend?
Sure. That's what we're doing right now anyway.
Would it shock you if Daniels goes absolutely off on the Eagles and knocks off the Eagles?
Not at all.
That, conversely...
It would right now for me.
Really?
Yeah, like...
Did you see him almost pull that out against Dallas yesterday?
Yeah.
That would have been the most Dallas loss of all time.
Yeah. I would have went for 2 for real. Mm-hmm. I would have went for 2.
Yeah.
6 feet to win the game.
That was unbelievable. How on earth do you... What was it, 89 yards?
Yeah,
How
crazy.
on earth do you allow that to happen?
Because you're the Cowboys.
That's exactly it.
But Sean, don't you know...
It was so Cowboy.
Jerry Jones is a better GM than anybody else out there. Just ask him, he'll tell you.
Documented. Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. No, you know what?
In a playoff situation, I could see the Washington thing.
I could too.
And
I'm sorry.
Might be Nick Sirianni's job if that
Do you know what it would be? It would remind me of like the Packers last year. Like they got their pound of flesh against Dallas, right? They got their little win, but there was no way they were going into Frisco to win that game. And all the hype came up, and they hung with them for a while, and Jordan Love did some interesting things on both sides. But there was no way they were going to win that game. And that's kind of the way it would be for Washington. Okay, they pulled their upset, they blew their wad, and now they're going to be the sacrificial lamb next week.
Yeah.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Kevin Bell, Lions would not play them, Neil.
Would not play who?
One of the divisional opponents. Do they not reseed it?
No, that's yeah. They would have one of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to run that by there. Anyway, AFC side, the Chiefs,
the mighty Chiefs,
would have the first round bye. So it'll be the 2 seed Buffalo Bills hosting the 7 seed Denver Broncos, the 3 seed Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the 6 seed Baltimore Ravens, and the 4 seed Houston Texans hosting the 5 seed LA Chargers.
Ravens Steelers first round that's electric.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Can't miss.
Yeah.
Chargers would beat the Texans too.
That's what I was about to say.
I can't argue that at this point.
Yeah.
Styles make fights.
Nope, no doubt. And Chargers, if things go right to start, the Chargers are built to win a playoff game. But they can't fall behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
would the NFL love that? Because I'm convinced. I know we talked about it a few weeks ago, but it bears repeating. Steelers Ravens has been can't miss television for many, many years. It really has. And you know, it's one of those things. To be honest, you get that in the first round. What a sell that would be.
It would.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
No, it was. So again, this is fun. I like to do the spit. 10 minutes on it. It's fun. Look how far we've come, everybody.
I know, right?
Look at us. Look at us.
Okay, so who gets the Monday night designation? Can we get really in the weeds?
Ooh.
Who get? It might be Steelers Ravens, right?
It would have to be, yeah. That's the premier matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, what they gonna do? Chiefs Broncos? Nobody will see that, or whoever the Broncos playing.
See, no, you know what? You're right. Buffalo. There's
Buffalo Broncos. Yeah, but come on now.
But it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Here's what I do know. Sunday at 4:05 is Seahawks-Packers. Guaranteed.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind.
Guaranteed.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. I do want to go around the NFL, or as a good friend of mine, when he's here, we say, what did you see in the NFL on Sunday? Because I like doing that. I like talking about the league, especially when we're at the top, because we can kind of look around and laugh and point and mock at everybody. KDK Law. Let's get serious for a minute here, guys.
Divorce.
If you're dealing with divorce, child custody, family law, KDK Law, Kevin and Catherine, right here in Birmingham. They got over 10 years experience. You're probably losing sleep at night, right? They have 24/7 availability. If you've been tossing and turning about this, you don't know what your move is going to be, and you feel like your life's on the line because, quite frankly, it is, at least your way of life. Scan the QR code on the screen, mention Woodward Sports, and KDK Law will pay your filing fee. But guys, this isn't about getting a filing fee paid for. This is about getting the result that you have to have. And nobody's more qualified than KDK Law. You need excellence on your side. KDK Law, right here in Birmingham.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
If you are ugly, you still have a chance to go to the Thanksgiving Day game thanks to Woodward.
But you got a lot of obstacles to overcome. There's some ugly dudes with some hot chicks out there.
There were some picks.
We are debating it right now, so try one last push. If you're ugly, get them out there. We're putting them in the chat now to debating it. It's Outkicking Your coverage with Woodward Sports and Les Stanford. Shout out Les Stanford, Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick in Dearborn and Ferndale. If you outkick your coverage, post the picture, tag us, use hashtag Woodward Tickets. Today is the last day. We're picking a winner today. So if you're ugly and your girl's hot, post it, and you can win tickets to the Lions game.
Those are at a premium, too, by the way. Yeah. So get in there for that. Some of you out there are pretty average looking at best.
No, I said it on the morning show. Some of y'all is overvaluing y'all women, too. I hate to be real about it, but I'm just saying, man.
Damn. Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
There are some straight 10s that are girls that are walking around with dudes that are uglier than a horse.
There are.
Ugly.
There are. Steve DeYoung, I outkicked my coverage, but my wife told me I could not enter the contest.
Damn. Well, sucks to be you. You won't be.
You gotta get those tickets.
You gotta compartmentalize here. Those tickets are valuable.
They are.
You could sell them.
Yeah. And no one knows that you're ugly more than you. You know, you look at you every day.
Yeah. Submit the picture anyway.
Just for our entertainment.
You're right.
Go ahead and do it.
That's what we talk about.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Sean Belesian in for DMAC KG. Young Justin in the building. We got Spencer Raxter as well. Don't forget Wednesday, the Thanksgiving Day food draft. We're bringing the draft back.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We will be bringing the draft back.
What a time to come back.
Oh, I love
Sean,
that
if you had the number one overall pick, what are you picking? The pick is in.
Cajun turkey.
Yeah, deep fried or smoked?
Smoked Cajun turkey.
All right, so
I
the
like
turkey.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is.
I will never have you come over my house. I swear to God, you'll never have dry turkey because my process starts tonight. I give my turkey the bath starting tonight.
Tonight. It's Monday.
No, it's Monday night. You think I'm
right.
joking? I put them in a bucket. They say 48 hours tops. Screw that.
Yeah.
I give them a 60-hour bath in the kosher salt with the little spices and the oregano and shit, and then I pump them full of that Cajun.
Injection.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah! You will never have a dry turkey again. It like for me, it was life changing.
Sean, you the man.
I thought that like the fried turkey was next level, and fried turkey's unbelievable. I will never disrespect it, but man, you smoke after giving it its bath. You smoke that, you'll never. There's no way you'll have a dry turkey again. So seriously, I know it's probably people are going, oh, he's trying to be Jerry Jones and be the smartest guy in the room. No, that's I have no problem. And when he's all pro for years, I'm just gonna go like this to all of you. You know, I'm just gonna. I told you, I knew. So
This man knows his meat. Pause.
That's what I'm doing, dude.
You treat that turkey the way Spenny would treat a rich 10 from Bloomfield Hills.
Oh shit.
Woodward Sports chat thread.
I'd definitely be there.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Proud cheer dad. What show announces the winner for Outkicking the Covers? That's got to be Ermanni and Edwards, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it here. We don't need gimmicks to get people to watch. We get people. Oh!
Wrong sound effect.
Copacetic Sushi. Neil, how far did you outkick your coverage? I think she outkicked hers, my friend.
Hey,
She
guess
doesn't
what?
watch.
You got to deal with that when you go home.
She doesn't watch, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This will be the one time she.
Also, too, David Witt. I'm praying I win the Outkicked. My ex post is hilarious. My chick's a total babe, and I'm an effing goon. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. It did.
It's good to see so much pride in being ugly. I love it.
Runny Monkey 58. My wife's an 11 out of 10, but I'm not super ugly. More like average.
Yeah.
That's not going to take it home.
It's a point scale.
It's a point scale.
It's all about the point differential.
You
So
got to
if
have
you're
at least an
6,
8-point
But
differential.
your girl's a 10. That's a 4-point swing.
That's right.
Because we got 2s posting 4s, and they're not winning.
They're not winning.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just not. Kevin Bell, I'm not super ugly. You sure? Oh! Are you sure? No, I'm just asking. Are you sure?
He might be.
Patrick, Sean just made me hungry AF.
Yeah.
All right.
If you ain't got a picture, you probably ugly.
What did you see in the NFL yesterday or this weekend to this point? Sean Belesian, what did you see in the NFL?
I know I talked about a couple things already, like Frisco's shot. Like they're shot. They're shot. And I know some of it is because of injury. Hi, Detroit Lions. But Frisco's shot. Are the Miami Dolphins a playoff team? Seriously, are the Miami Dolphins? They went out and they pounded New England, which is what they're supposed to do. But I looked at
Tua was spinning that thing,
I
dude.
looked at their schedule the rest of the way. Don't forget, they have the Jets twice on their schedule. I'm still not buying into Denver. I know Bo Nix is having a year that next to nobody saw coming, especially out of a rookie. But the Miami Dolphins, for everything that people were saying about the Miami Dolphins and that whacked out coach of theirs, they may end up being a playoff team.
Their deal is going to be Thursday night.
Yep.
That game at the Packers.
Huge.
They got to have it.
Huge.
Yeah, they absolutely have to have it. I know we touched on it, but I think it bears repeating. I saw America's quarterback get a win on Thursday night.
Damn right.
Jameis Winston,
Yes.
when no one was giving him a chance in a snowstorm, he proved yet again why he is, in fact, America's quarterback. The NFL is a better organization with Jameis Winston in it, not only in it, but participating. And I love that, man.
I'm going to write him a note. I'm serious. I'm going to, my dearest Jameis, I'm going to write him a note. He gives an interception. He gives a fumble. It's America.
He's electric.
Like when I look at Jameis Winston, I look at America. Do we have warts? Absolutely. But gosh darn it, we find a way because we're America. And that's Jameis Winston. He is just such a joy to watch.
No, he is. He brings me great joy. I want the Browns to win. Not for the Browns, not for Cleveland, not even if it impacts the Lions. I want the Browns to win so Jameis gets a post-game interview. That's all I want. That's all I want all the time. I just want Jameis in the post-game interview. That's it. I was told Caleb Williams is in fact back, and this is the jumping off point now, Sean, because he brought him back. But then I would ask the question, why are you down double digits with 3 minutes to go all the time?
You got it.
At home.
32 of 47 for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that game, again, was, if you watch the end of that game, I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about what both those teams are.
Hey, thank you.
Both those teams are.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say it again, because I've kind of been the buffer between Neil and the Viking fans all year. Is that
fair? Yeah.
Listen, I think you're a playoff team. I think there's no doubt about it now, to be honest with you. But Neil's also right. You guys know deep down inside you aren't any good. You know it. Come on. Don't ever apologize for wins. Don't apologize for going to the playoff and all that stuff, but you're not any good. So this is a both things can be true type of situation in regards to the Vikings. That team is not good. Yeah. Sorry. They're just not
Justin
good.
Jefferson disappeared yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Addison had $152, dude. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Jordan Addison was good yesterday.
Dude, look at that.
I don't know how. I didn't lock in on that game, obviously, because I was watching the Lions. So I don't know how much of that was game planned. It's just that's what
7 yards. It was something crazy. He didn't have.
But 2 for 27.
Yeah,
but just like box score watching, that tells me that maybe the goal was to eliminate him by all means. And if it means Jordan Addison gets you, then Jordan Addison gets you.
Hawk had $114.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I didn't watch much of that game until the coverage switched and everything, and then it was like.
The only team this year to get an onside kick fielded.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
You know what else I saw? The Houston Texans don't look right. They don't look right. I'll just say it like that. Now, it's not going to impact them because they're in that bum-ass division.
Yeah, somebody got to win it.
So somebody's got to win it. They got a 2-game lead. We just saw what the Colts were about, so they're not going to run them down. With all that being said, Sean, this is not the Houston. They got to get healthy. They got to get healthy. But C.J. Stroud ain't the C.J. Stroud from last year. Is that fair?
No, 100%. Yeah, we saw that early.
And at this point, Sean, it ain't coming back.
See, that's the funny thing, Neil. I don't know what to attribute it to, because he did things last year as a rookie that he wasn't supposed to do. And again, following conventional, NFL logic, all right, well, you can sit back and say maybe there's a sophomore slump. Or maybe there isn't.
It's Amber Rose's fault, her bald ass head.
Right?
She's never the same.
Jesus.
Hasn't been the same since he took on that succubus Amber Rose.
I didn't know he was messing with her.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the cause.
I don't blame him. She's still hot. But.
No, for sure, but she's a sellout. So.
Bears fan in there. Cut
she's
Caleb.
A sellout for sure.
Cut Caleb.
Cut Caleb. Bring back Jay Cutler.
A Spinny's boy.
That's got to be a joke.
Shout out Jay Cutler. Legend.
Steve DeYoung.
Smoking Jay Cutler.
With how much better Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Drake May are doing, how much do the Bears, quote, love the Caleb Williams pick? What's your thought on that, Sean?
I'll say it all the time. I'm never going to, the first year, people put way too much into it. They just do. I'm sorry. And I know this is where you and I part ways. I'll take a wait and see with Caleb because you have to, all right? You do. You just have to. I can't tell you how many quarterbacks people thought when I was a kid. Terry Bradshaw. People thought literally he was dog shit. Right? He went and won 4 Super Bowls. But I mean, what you're seeing these rookie quarterbacks. The one that surprises me is Bo Nix. Mm-hmm. I'm dumbfounded at that. Now I get it that he's with a quarterback guru and all that stuff. But I don't know, Neil. You tell me. I watched Bo Nix. He was an all right college quarterback, but when the moment got big, I watched Bo Nix go Bo Nix many, many times, including in those games against Washington last year. I mean, in my mind, I thought Oregon was a better team. The difference in those games is Michael Penix.
100%.
Period. Yeah. That was the difference in the game.
Right.
Bo Nix went and did Bo Nix things, right? And so... Yeah, in that regard, again, I'm not writing tickets, but what those guys are doing spits in the face of guys like me. I mean, one of the things I said about Caleb Williams for all the slapdick Bear fans out there is you guys seriously turn off Hard Knocks. You guys have been around long enough to know rookie quarterbacks do not excel in this league. They'll have moments, but they don't really excel. And don't throw C.J. Stroud at me because he's an exception to the rule. While it's still exception to the rule, aren't we kind of taken aback that so many rookie quarterbacks are doing it this year? I'm really putting together nice season. Yeah. I am. I'm taking aback.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That, man. It's not supposed to happen.
No, 100%. Spenny. Let the fans watch.
Let the fans watch the live watch party and post-game show from Hayes Social. They're not going to be at Hayes Social. They'll be here this week, but make sure you tune in. It's presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's, Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Make sure you tap in. Live watch party. It's going to be in studio this week, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. Tap in.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
4, 3, 2, 1. Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza has signature wings, limited time only. Get them while you can. 7 different flavors for you to choose from. All of them are delicious. My personal favorite is the spicy garlic, but try them all for yourself and choose your own favorite. Signature wings at Soroki's. Get them while you can. To find a Soroki's near you, go to sorokis.com.
All right, keeping it pushing, coming down the stretch already. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Sean Belesian, KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter, and all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and get it going. Get your shit off.
Can I give a shout out to Stick? Okay, I was here day one when they brought in the worst chairs in the history of chairs.
Shout out, Maz.
Okay, I was here day one. Maz.
It wasn't they. It was Maz.
Okay, it was Maz. I mean, and we had a debate on the air. It was Maz. Okay, Neil, these chairs are wonderful.
They're magical.
They're better. They look nice.
Wonderful. Like what? I mean,
D-Mac's gonna be so happy tomorrow.
Yes.
That's how bad that chair was. I legitimately. When we did shows, I stood to actually sit again. Holy crap! So shout out, Stick. Thank you seriously for bringing in these chairs. My ass thanks you as well.
Shout out.
Shout out to my ass.
Shout out Sean's ass.
I might be showing my ass on Thursday. I said it again. If they beat the Bears by 21, it's a pantsless Thanksgiving.
All right.
And my wife was like, people are coming over at 4. Well, guess what?
Right.
My pants are going to be off. So you might want to tell people, come over at 5 o'clock. Because like once they get up, not if, when they get up by 21 on the Bears, I'm just walking around. That's it.
I'm not bad at it.
Hanging dog.
Hey, let that thing breathe, Sean.
Yep. Sean, all you can do is let the people know, and then they have to make their own decisions. That's it.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
That dog.
You guys want to go downstairs? You can go downstairs. Go right ahead. Don't worry. I'll have your food ready. All right. But I just want you to know I'll have no pants on. That's what's going to happen because the line once they get up by 21. What happened?
21.
Down around my ankles.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, if you're having the people over your house, I know you got some good whiskey in there somewhere.
I got a lot of good whiskey.
Like, Statement.
Shout out Thunder Gun.
Straight in the whiteys.
No, you have Sean. I would be more than comfortable with it. You have good whiskey, and well,
I have a lot
of
it.
Since you're here now, and maybe we can revisit this on Thursday. And I want everyone's involvement on this. How are you handling the Cowboys Giants game at 4:30, 4 o'clock? How are you handling it? I'm not participating.
You really?
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
I'm watching NBA.
Yeah, I was about to say there's this thing called basketball.
I'm out.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you could do something like that. No, I'm gonna watch it because unlike I heard Ermanni and Edwards coming up 2 to 4. I heard him say last week that it's not fun. I find it incredibly fun. I really do. I find it incredibly fun watching Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys get humiliated every week. I do.
No, yeah, don't get me wrong. I love that.
So if Tommy DeVito can run out there and take care of business, come on, are you kidding me? That's masterful comedy.
Forget about it.
I'll be watching. I'll be gambling. Tommy Cutlets. I'll probably bet on the Giants too, because why not? Fuck the Cowboys.
Now I'm upset because Memphis is at Tulane on Thursday, but it's at 7:30.
Yeah, I just saw that. Why is that not 4 o'clock?
Now, if they bump that to 4:30,
oh, it's perfect.
I know you're in.
No, I'm in at that point in time. Absolutely.
I know you're in. I think I will shade though Dolphins Packers.
You know
for
what
the night
happens
game.
though? I'll tell you. In years gone by, when I was always down at the Silverdome, Thanksgiving dinner was always 7 o'clock at night. But legitimately now, you tell people if you want to come over for the Lions game, you can, but shut your mouth. Mm-hmm. All right, I don't want to be in a room of cackling hens and all that stuff. I love my family, but that's the rule. You're more than welcome to come over, but just shut up, okay? Now, we fire dinner off. I'm planning to have everything ready about 4:30. I could just as easily immerse myself in booze and food.
Yeah,
right.
That's my plan.
That's going to be my plan.
It'll just kind of be on in the background, like I always say. The NFL Network for me, when the Underwear Olympics are on, I just have it on in my house. Yes. It's not. I don't sit down and make it destination viewing, but it's I make sure that if I go downstairs, the TV's on, and if something catches me, I'll watch for a few minutes. Same thing. The front room, the TV's just on. I'll have the game on, but am I going to sit down and plant myself? No way.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Lots of Z's across the screen in the chat. Good nap time, no doubt about that. Eric, I'm not watching that crap.
Should be the Egg Bowl, to be honest.
Don't get me started on that.
I'm sorry to bring it up.
Wednesday, I'll have a rant about that.
Listen, I was at the snow game. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely.
You were there, huh?
Yeah. When that snow came down, it was one of the most magical. Are you kidding me? Is this real? It was unbelievable.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Danny G. NBA ruined their sport. NBA's a dumpster fire. That's funny, Danny. They just did a $7 billion TV deal.
Right.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, just to play at the same. They're doing the Egg Bowl at want to get even more mad about it? The same time as Kansas City, Las Vegas. The same time. It's not even in the stratosphere of.
Not like you're going to quote unquote run on them. So you get your 3 here, you get your 4 there. I think time-consuming drives where you just find a way to convert a bunch of third downs because you're going to find yourself in third down positions. The key in my mind, Neil, is if you get into 3rd and long, you're hurting. You're 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, you're hurting. But if you can do that, all right, 3-yard pass on 1st down, 3-yard run, find yourself in 3rd and 4s and everything. Put together those long drives where you're just holding on to the ball. I think you could do it that way. I think, right? That's a way, because I think eventually the Lions offense is going to get theirs. When push comes to shove, they're going to do it. But I don't know. It's how many times have we seen it? Here, I'll give you an example. Going back to how does Bill Parcells and the New York Giants stop the K-gun? That prolific point-a-minute offense. You know how they did it? They kept him off the field. And O.J. Anderson, I don't remember if he was called O.J. or Otis at the time because he changed it midstream. But it was, Neil, you remember that Super Bowl? It was rush for 4, then Sims threw a pass for, or what's his name? Hostetler threw a pass for 5 yards. And then a 3rd and 2, Anderson put his head down and plowed. you kept their offense off the field, right? And I think that's the only way you can do it. I honestly, again, I feel like a slappy saying it, but I think that's the only way you can do it is to dink and dunk and find a way to convert your 3rd and 3s and 3rd and 4s.
Woodward Sports chat thread, RJ Graham. I just finished all my Buffalo Trace. Now I need to get a Weller's Green Label for Thanksgiving. I copped one when I was down in Kansas. I was just sitting at the store there. So I went, it's a gallon too, half gallon. So it was nice. Sean, here's how I think it works. 4 for 4 in the red zone touchdowns, all touchdowns. Like I truly believe that Lions games are very simple to analyze. You get in the red zone 4 times, you have to walk away with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like literally that is it. If you kick a field goal, you lose. You lose. And we've got tons of data on it. And we were talking about earlier, and someone in the chat brought that up. The NFL now is a red zone game. The NFL game right now is inside the 20-yard line.
That's a brilliant. Who said that?
I forget.
Give him some love. That 100%. That's what it is now. And that's why, I mean, for a while, the spread offense was the cool chic thing. Well, you look great racing between the 20s, but how many times did you see the spread kind of die inside the 20-yard line, right? And if you find yourself settling for field goals, you're going to lose the game. And I think that goes hand in hand with what I'm saying, Neil. You know what? When you have your 3rd and 3 from the 20-yard line, you got to get a first down. You have to. And again, if you're putting together a 15-play, 80-yard drive and taking 7.5, 8 minutes off the clock, I like your chances. Yeah. I like. Good luck with that, mind you.
Right.
I think we all know that, but I like your chances because it really is twofold. You're not going to get a whole heck of a lot from the defensive side of the ball. You have to take what the defense gives you, and it might be in small chunks like that. And conversely, this is an offense that when they need to turn it on, they're going to turn it on.
Woodward Sports chat thread. G-Man DT. Colts stopped the Lions on 4th down with a crappy run play we called. Ben, come on, man. They stopped them because a guard got blown TF up on that play.
It happens.
Like, that's it is going to – you do not convert every 4th down you go for.
Exactly.
But guess what? You go for it every time.
But this is where we at with the Lions, man. This is how you can tell the difference between a regular team and a Super Bowl team. The Lions don't have to play a perfect game in order to win, but you do. Yep. If you're the opposing team, you can't come out there and make mistakes. Because if you do, we're going to take advantage, and you get burned every time.
Real quick before we go to the break, let's go Rebbing Sparty. It wasn't me or Crazy Clown that said it because Neil probably would have misinterpreted it. Sorry, I read it word for word. I read it word for word. Don't get me started on this.
Crazy Clown, good, man.
Planet Fitness, everybody. The best gym in the gym game. I don't know what else to tell you. I was there a couple hours ago, as a matter of fact. I went to a different one this morning. I was over there. Where was I? I was at 14 Mile. 14 Mile and John R. right over there. And guess what? Same clean facilities, same tons of treadmills, same tons of weights. Didn't have to wait for anything. Clean showers, went and took my shower, got on about my day. It's an important part of my life, Planet Fitness is, for real, and it can be yours too. The Black Card option, just $24.99 a month. Some of you are listening right now, and you know who you are paying $70, $80, $90 a month for your gym membership. Why? The weights weigh the same. What are we talking about here, everybody? Planet Fitness, over 2,600 of them in the world, over 50 in Metro Detroit alone. There is one near you. Just pull in the parking lot and join there, or go to planetfitness.com. Either way, don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
You're an ugly guy. That's okay, because you have a hot girl on your arm. Now Woodward Sports and Les Stanford want to reward you for outkicking your coverage.
I am ugly as by traditional standards.
That's right. If your significant other's hotter than you could win tickets to the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So find the best pic of her with the average-looking you and post it on X or Instagram.
U-G-L-I-N, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What? You ugly.
Make sure you tag at Woodward Sports and follow us to enter. We'll announce the winner November 25th. Then you and your much better-looking lady will get tickets to watch Dan Campbell and the Kneecappers.
We're going to buy the kneecap off.
Inside of Ford Field on Thanksgiving. So find the best pic of her and the worst pic of you. And show us all how you outkicked your coverage.
The mama said you ugly. Hey!
From Woodward Sports and Les Stanford. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Dr. Pierce. Our Injury Insider appears every Tuesday here on Big D Energy. Every Thursday with Ermanni and Edwards. We break down the injury news around the sports world. Also, he has a couple of tips and pointers for us weekend warriors out there as well. He's the doc for all the performers at Little Caesars Arena. Heck, he brought Darren McCarty's career back. D-Mac trusted him with his career. So if you got some stuff that's ailing you, certainly he would be the move for you. Scan the QR code on the screen. And again, he's powered by Michigan Sports and Spine Center and MRI of Southfield. Dr. Jeff Pierce every Tuesday here on Big D Energy. Just like that, into the show.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Do you believe that? I do not believe that.
No, I don't. I love this week. This is one of the most magical weeks of the year, man. And it's funny. I feel sorry for people that didn't grow up in Dallas or Detroit. I'm serious. I feel sorry for you. Like, the DNA of Thanksgiving has so much Detroit Lions in it. Even when they were, man, it's Thanksgiving. How many times did we do that? Man, it's still Thanksgiving. I still want to get down there. I'm still all in. Even when the Lions were 1-10 or sometimes worse than that. This is just, it's such a great week, man. Seriously, I get all kinds of nostalgic this week. Love this week.
It is. It's all the vibes of Christmas with none of the gift responsibilities.
It's the best.
Thank you.
I just spent so much money on Christmas gifts. I fucking hate it. I'm just going to tell my brother and sister, like, we're not doing this next year. I'll buy stuff for the kids, but I'm not buying. You guys are fucking doctors. You don't need Christmas presents from me. You can buy me shit.
Right.
But, like literally, my brothers, I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, what the fuck do we buy somebody that could buy whatever they want whenever they want? Like, what am I supposed to get them for Christmas?
You get to a certain age in life, and Neil, I don't know if you feel that. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Honest to God. And I tell my family, I'm not trying to be a cheap ass. I'm not, because I'm going to get things for you. Now my kids are at the age, all they want is money. You know, the hands up like that. So I take care of them. Don't get me anything. Like, what could I possibly need? And then one of them will be a wiseacre and go, what if I get a gift certificate for the butcher? Well, you can do that for Dad. Mm-hmm. I'll take the gift certificate to the butcher because I can always use new meat. I don't need shirts. I don't need ties. I don't need anything. Like it's cool. Yeah. Let's all enjoy each other's company and give hugs and, I'll make whatever you want. Don't buy me anything. I don't need anything.
And I had, conflicting feelings when I was shopping for... I did all of my Christmas shopping already. I'm done.
Damn.
And
okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, did it last week. Done.
He's smart.
And
get it done.
Aggressive.
I bought all this stuff, and I'm buying stuff for the kids now. Like my nephew, I bought him some stuff. Was really happy buying it. My boy Dante's kids, buying them stuff. Really happy for it. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to give them. Then I was buying stuff for my sister and my brother. I was like, you fucking why the fuck do I gotta buy you shit? It's just the complete opposite.
Sean, I'm with you though. I'm 22 and I'm kind of I have anything I need pretty much, and I buy what I don't have. So I told my parents that I just want help going to concerts and festivals next summer, and that it was looked at in not the best light. They thought that I was ungrateful for asking for money, but on a real note, I don't need clothes or stuff like that.
You just need to use the Jaguar on the boat.
Exactly.
That's what you need.
I mean, I'd like to drive the Jag a little more.
Jaguar.
That'd be...
Yeah, that's what you want. Woodward Sports chat thread. You're wrong, Sean. Everybody needs socks.
I do need some underwear.
What about a sleeve of chew?
All right, you can do that too. Yeah. Put it in the stocking. Oh, Santa, you're the best.
What if you woke up and there was a small Christmas tree and the ornaments were just full things of chew?
Oh my gosh. Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Sean's kids.
It's like
there's your idea.
Chocolate Land. It really. I'm just skipping through the land. There's dip everywhere. I mean, are you kidding me?
Get a small Christmas tree, cut some holes in the chew things and loop it, and then just put them on a tree. Your dad will love you forever.
Oh my gosh, that would be wonderful.
Copacetic Sushi says, no, that's wrong. Justin needs some shaving equipment. So there's that out there as well.
Oh, big hater of the beard.
Hey.
I wish I could grow a beard like that.
Right?
You know what? Same thing. Like that's epic. I wish I could grow that.
I can't, man. Like
Thanks, guys.
I just
appreciate it.
I grow a beard like an 11-year-old child.
I ain't
man.
enough pussy. I should be able to grow a beard.
You should be able to.
Yeah, Spen, I can't believe that you can't grow a beard. Like, that's shocking to me.
I know. Pisses me off.
All right, that's enough for today. DMAC will be back at it tomorrow. Mr. Sean Belizean, I thank you. I look forward to our time together on Thursday.
Yeah, looking forward to it, pal. Make sure to check us out 12 to noon.
And just make sure that we're stocked with tallers. Make sure that
I pray Lalanda's fired by then.
Neil ain't dressing that.
Sean Belizean, KG, Young Justin, Spencer Raxter. I'm Neil Roll. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Woodward. Hey, Ermanni and Edwards today. The winner of the Outkick Your Coverage contest. Don't miss it. It's tomorrow? Why you got to ruin it? All right, well, hey, you got the permission to watch it tomorrow then, 2 o'clock. So that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Well, see you later.